Welcome to Season 3 of Playing Around Wisconsin. By now, returning viewers know the goal: to play every single public golf course in the state of Wisconsin and share it with you. For those of you new to the channel, welcome to the journey. There will be lows, highs, great people, and most importantly, great golf courses. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this next stop as we play around Wisconsin. Hello everybody, welcome to, what is turning out to be our Season 3 finale of Playing Around Wisconsin. Coming to you from Hickory Grove, just north of Fennimore, south of Boscobel. Yeah, that's right. A little north of Fennimore, south of Boscobel, right on Highway 61. I've been out here once before, and so this is my second time. Basically, might as well be my very first. So, fairly new to the place. Again, been here before, but I'm very excited to get out here with time wasting on the calendar year. Not much golf left to be played, so it's going to be a fun day. I'm excited to share this place with you, so let's follow along and have some fun. Hickory Grove has everything you could possibly need in a golf course. A good-sized practice green, an ample driving range, bar and restaurant inside, and a quality golf course. And at 3,300 yards from the back tees, it's quite a bit of golf course. And there's nothing short of good quality character on this course. A lot of the trees have been cut down. Well, maybe not a lot, but a handful of trees have been cut down and formed into all sorts of different things. Really a unique aspect of this course. The first hole is a par 4 at 416 yards from the black tees. I decided to play the whites today just because, end of the season, and why push myself any further than necessary. And the hole itself, like a handful of them at Hickory Grove, have a downhill tee shot followed by an uphill second shot, so it makes the course feel and look a lot longer too than it actually is on the scorecard. Unfortunately, I couldn't take advantage of one of the flattest and straightest putts I had all day on the course. The first green should lull you to sleep. Well, hopefully it doesn't after watching this video, because the rest of these greens are sloping and undulating and quite a bit to work with. The second hole, the first of two par 5s at Hickory Grove, just like the first hole, has a downhill tee shot followed by an uphill second shot. It is a dogleg right, so don't be too deterred by the trees on the right in taking a hopefully more aggressive line. Otherwise, there's a tree just to the left of the fairway, as you can see in the right-hand side of my approach shot, that should act as a fairly decent base reference point, kind of just a generalized target if you're stepping onto the tee for the very first time. Unfortunately, that second shot clipped a tree branch, forcing me to hit a wedge up to a wildly sloped and smaller sized green in the grand scheme of things at Hickory Grove. You could see the amount of bend that my first putt had coming from the back of the green, and wouldn't you know it, right on line but left it short. This was going to be a common theme for the rest of the day. Right on line, just a little bit short. The third hole is a dogleg left that slopes from left to right quite significantly off the tee. So if you want to play things intelligently, you're going to need to try to keep the ball on the left-hand side of the fairway in order to keep it, in play. You might think to yourself, just really play it up the left side and not worry about the dogleg. But that's the driving range on the left, and you don't want to get your ball stuck in there, especially if you're going to play it as out of bounds per the course rules. It's a smaller sized green as well, and luckily hit one of the better chip shots I've hit in quite some time. One of the worst parts of my game all year is the short game. Just couldn't quite get a good feel for it. Return viewers of this program know how much I appreciate the memorial benches that many golf courses have. Hickory Grove has a couple of them and adds to the personal touch and the connection that you feel with this place. You don't know the people, but you just definitely get a good sense that those folks love the sport just the way I do, and hopefully all of you do as well. The fourth hole is a downhill par 3, and at 214 yards from the back tees and 201 from the white tees, you're going to need some skill to get the ball onto the putting surface with your tee shot. I missed just to the right over the top of the bunker that protects the right side of the green. and managed to hit another poor chip shot. Like I mentioned on the last hole, this has not been my strongest suit, and the recurring theme, right on line, just a little bit short. Certainly not loving a bogey on this hole, but I'll take a 4 considering what the wind was doing. The 5th hole at Hickory Grove might be my favorite one on the entire golf course. It's fairly straight, all things considered. It kind of visually looks more like a dogleg left, but the tree line that comes into play on the left side of the hole is only about 150, maybe 160 yards to carry, depending on the tee boxes that you're hitting from. So, visually, might play some tricks on you, but it does open up quite a bit over the top of those trees on the left. So, be assertive, be aggressive, and swing confidently should put you in decent shape. And wouldn't you know it, right on line, just a little bit short. And by this juncture, you've likely guessed it. A downhill tee shot with an uphill second shot and overall approach on this par 5. 497 yards from the back tees. This visually, like most of the holes out here, just looks so much longer than it actually plays as far as the number is concerned. One thing I would suggest and recommend, knowing how far you might hit the ball depending on the tee you're using, simply get your rangefinder out if you have one. I recommend ones by pinned, if you might recall, but get an idea of where the trees are, just how far out everything is, taking aim, and then going from there. If you're a big enough hitter, definitely a green that's worth going for 2 in, and unfortunately my approach just didn't work out quite too well. Got my heel cut in the rough, turned the face over, and pulled the shot way left. So, no blood on that hole, thankfully. Thankfully. Kind of a tough start, settling down a little bit as we approach the 7th hole. A sharp dogleg right, I would really recommend not getting too aggressive or too assertive with your tee shot selection. I managed to hit mine a little too far left, but thankfully still had a wide open approach shot to the green. Trying to cut the dogleg brings a lot of trees into play, so this tee shot becomes a little bit trickier than it might otherwise be, just with the protection from the trees all over the place, left and right on this hole. Putting for birdie just off the green, you would be surprised again to see something go right on line and fall just a little bit short. Hole number 8, the second and final par 3 at Hickory Grove, is a pretty straightforward par 3. There are bunkers on every side of the green, essentially, and the most notable one is directly in front of it. Try not to get too worried or concerned about that bunker, though. There is about 10 to 15 yards clearance between it and the front edge of the green. So even a thick, fat tee shot and the wind in the face, an effective club selection allowed me to clear that bunker with some relative ease. I was a little worried watching it in the air, but it still cleared it nevertheless. Happy with another par, carrying on to the 9th hole, and a strong finisher at that. The 9th at Hickory Grove gives me vibes very similar to the 9th hole at Reedsburg Country Club that runs parallel to Highway 33. If you've never been to Reedsburg before, get there. I'll make sure you get a video uploaded soon, very, very soon, next year. But with Highway 61 running parallel on the left of this hole, it can play some mind games if you're getting a little squirrely with your tee shot. I was not sure if I could rely on my driver, so I went with 3-wood and managed to really not hit a very strong tee shot. Overall, though, still in the fairway, had a lot more work to do to get the ball to the green. Thankfully I did, giving myself a long but, well, manageable birdie opportunity. Right on line, a lot shorter than I wanted to, but a par to finish. Strong finish after a rocky start. Hickory Grove. I can't say enough good things about it. This channel was made to highlight golf courses that really reflected the communities that they are in. The care and details that go into this place are not missed and should not be missed by you. So get to Southwest Wisconsin and check out Hickory Grove yourself. Thank you so much for supporting us through the first 3 seasons of this channel. I can't wait to bring you more.